How's everybody doing? Matt McNeil coming to you from the garage, and we are looking at another jack blank. I decided that the other one came out so well that I would make another one. And since I have just made another one, I remembered how to do it. So the closer together that I make these, the more similar they will be. So anyway, this is number 2. This is the first blank out of that mold in probably 5 or 6 years. Came out all right. As you can see, I've cleaned it up a little bit. The mold was pretty terrible, actually. When I made this mold, it cracked in a bunch of places, and so I glued it back together. And like I say, I ran this one. You know, if I were to run another one, I might try to come in here and fill some of this up with some Ultra Cal, but the problem is in the critical places. Like this isn't critical because this part gets cut out. That's the mouth, the skull. That part gets cut out, so that's not critical, and neither is this. But of course, you know, the most critical part is across the nose down here, which I can't get to. So, and then there's a crack that runs all along the brow, and then through here, and then down here, and then across here. So it's a terrible mold, but again, this was literally the first mold that I'd made maybe in 15 years or something, and it locked, and in the process of trying to get it off, I broke it. So anyway, the mold was patched years and years and years ago. This is the first blank out of that mold. Oh, the other thing that you'll notice about this mold is it is a single piece. It's a half mask, because I made this mask to be fit on one of these skulls. And this is currently, I only poured a half one because I only need a half for this guy. But because this is going to be a zombie, and I just need pieces of the skull. But this mask is a full head mask. It's a 2-piece mold. But when I made this for my kid, I just figured I would graft the pieces from this onto that and fill it around the back, put a wig on him, and call it a day. He'd look enough like Jack Goodman at Monsterpalooza, and we'd have a nice convention afternoon. But COVID hit. He never got to wear it. So I digress. This is a half. So in order to get a full jack, as you see here, right, you need more jack. So what I've done is I took that half mask, put it on an Ed head, which it was originally sculpted on. It actually was sculpted on one of these on top of an Ed head, so that this skin actually fits this pretty perfectly. So there's some further modification that'll be done here to get it to fit onto a 3D printed skull. That said, what I want to talk about is blending it into this Ed head. So as you can see, there's blue shop paper towels. There's several layers of these shop paper towels in here. It's more than a few layers of latex. And then I did my best to blend in and around the edges of the half mask. I'll probably go back and put another layer of latex. Once that's dry, I'll come in and burn away any of these little, oh, look, it's a hair. I'll come and I'll burn away any of these little nibs and nubs that are distracting. But the process here was I literally last night painted like this, right, the Ed head, and overnight, you know, I did several layers. I did a layer of paper towels, let it dry overnight, came back out this morning, pulled the jack from the mold, put it in place, and started working on getting this seam line. Now, the seam line from basically here all the way across on the top of the head is really unimportant because it's going to be covered in hair. But I do want to make sure that I hide this. And so that's my next point of order here, is to get that out. And, you know, in true Matt McNeil fashion, I can't help myself but, you know, get ahead of myself. And so I went ahead and started cutting out the the pieces of latex that I'm going to need. These pieces will still maybe be further modified a little bit in order to fit onto that plastic skull. But as you can see, this is where we had our cracks, right? And I've come in with a wood burner and I burned all those things away. I used the wood burner to punch the holes in the mask itself. Again, there'll be a little bit more refining, but once I'm happy with this and it's all dry, I'll base it out and I'll paint it here, and then I'll cut it off of the ed head. And once I have it off of the ed head, then I'll fit it onto the plastic skull and do all the other things that are necessary in order to get this guy done. But I figured that I would just show you guys sort of mid-process what it's like to take a half mask and turn it into a full mask. And like, as you can see, the ears don't quite line up here, but it's just because of the way that this was sculpted and it's shrunk and, you know, latex and blah, blah, blah. But you'll never see these Ed ears anyway. You'll only see Jack ears. So there it is. And yeah, he's coming along really, really well. And since I just finished the other one, I figured I would do another one really, really quickly. Not quickly, but you know what I mean, immediately, so that I would have 2 on display at Mask Fest. That's the plan anyway, unless I fall in love with one of them and I decide to keep it. But even if I sell these 2 at Mask Fest, I'm going to make one of these for myself because I feel like they came out great. So there it is. Hope everybody's having a nice Saturday afternoon. And yeah, there you go. Talk to you soon.